Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. I'm back. We'll just continue on right from here. Can of pickles. Bait. Turkey sandwich. And country ham. Here we go.
Zach, let's get back to the hotel. First Anna, then Becky, now Diane. I'm not looking forward to writing this investigation report.
Agent Morgan. York. Do you have a moment?
What is it, George?
There's something I'd like to talk to you about. Do you have any time later?
Can't we just do it here?
If possible, I'd like to go to a bar. Of course, we don't really have to.
No, we
A
can
bar? Now that sounds like a good idea.
Yeah.
Zach, what do you think? We can go drinking with George, or turn him down and head back to the hotel.
No, let's go drink with him. He needs a drink. Plus, we have time. Apparently, I could just live on coffee.
George,
Episode
that
2, part
scar
2.
on your cheek. Where did you get it?
This? Didn't I tell you? Well, it's not from work. I got it when I was a kid.
A childhood injury. Tree climbing? I used to get a few scrapes myself climbing the big tree in our backyard. I used to climb it a lot. And fall out of it a lot.
Let me guess, his father whipped him?
This wasn't anything like that, though. It was my mother.
Oh.
She did it.
Okay, his mother whipped him.
I'm sorry, George.
Don't worry. It's ancient history. The world is flooded with unreasonable violence. The strong overpower the weak, adults over children, men over women, and criminals over their victims. I have no memories of my father. He left before I knew him. My mother would hit me every time I asked why. And it didn't stop there. If I ate too slow, left my shoes scattered around, TV volume too loud, she found reasons to hit me. Hit me bad. The worst was what she called the tree punishment. She'd whip my back with these thin tree branches like a whip.
Oh.
Please, Mama. I won't do it again. That hurts, Mama. I'm sorry, please. I'm sorry.
Tree punishment was definitely the worst, I tell you. Just hearing those words used to make me shiver and want to pass out. And that's why I didn't want to show you those scars on my back.
Oh.
Every time after the tree punishment, she'd always say the same thing.
So you're all good?
This is hurting the tree more than it is hurting you. And me, being a naive, dumb kid, I believed her. I went to the woods to apologize to the trees.
Man, there's a lot to do with trees in this game.
I kept asking myself, why is she hurting me this way? I thought long and hard about it. In the end, I've just figured I'm weaker than her. That's why.
Sounds like
It's the law of Mother Nature at work. The strong eat the weak.
But now, you have the power to protect the weak.
No.
That's right. Perhaps I should thank my mother for guiding me into this line of work.
No, that you should think yourself.
York. I've been an arrogant fool, haven't I? And if it weren't for me, both Becky and Diane would still be alive.
That's not true.
I could have saved them both. You know, it's almost like they died because of me.
You're out of your mind.
I invited you to this bar for a drink. But I guess this bar is my confession chamber. And I wanted you to listen. And to tell you, well, you must already hate me for causing all these problems, not following your orders.
Oh, come on.
York.
You did follow his orders.
I'm sorry. I'll follow your orders from now on. You'll have my total cooperation.
George, you've been as cooperative as you can be.
Yeah.
You even invited an FBI guy to a bar for drinks. You've done a good job protecting this town. And the folks here respect you for that. Nobody can blame you for anything.
Thanks. I do feel a little better.
I'm worried about George now.
Since we're here, why don't you talk to a few other people? I'll just finish off my drink.
Okay.
Let me know before you leave, okay?
All right, take it easy. Just have a few, then go and get some rest. All right, let's talk to Carol.
Hey, Carol. Becky is dead. Diane, too.
Who's
We've
next?
got Nick
She's
in
got a
custody
question
as a
next.
suspect.
Nick didn't do it.
I know. Carol,
How did you know?
you took a locket from Diane, didn't you? A locket with this mark on it.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say it looks like a blank page.
I'm busy, gotta go.
That was it? Alright, well, she's gonna be next. I mean, how many women left in town, really, that we know? Except for the old lady. There's her, and, well, there's the couple of... There's the convenience store owner's wife. Oh, she has a nice voice. What's up with this guy's eyes? So for you, Diane, you're next. I mean, Carol. You know she's gonna get the big one. Let's talk to her again. She gonna say the same thing? My brother is at the sheriff's department, isn't he? Poor guy having to watch over Nick who didn't even do anything. Well, since you know, or you seem to think you know, that he didn't do anything, why don't you tell us why you know that? Okay. I can't go up there. Is there anyone else I could talk to? Just one of the regular patrons. Folks here sure drink a lot. She might be the main reason they come here, though. Probably. Okay. Let me save here, and then we'll, Look, the game only takes 2 seconds to save. Okay, George, I'm gonna take off. You okay to drive?
Sorry to keep you waiting, boys.
What?
Zach, Emily is already a goddess of the forest.
What, that's Emily?
Let's forget work for a bit and drink a little, shall we?
York?
What?
Why is she here?
Yeah.
I just thought the more the merrier. You know, to relax and get loose. Is this a problem?
No, of course not. Pardon me, Emily, but I'm pooped. I think I'll just call it a night.
George, I just got here and you're walking out on me? I was hoping the three of us could have a drink and let out a little steam.
I'm afraid I've already had enough.
Yeah, I'll take off.
And I already had a good man-to-man with York. So I'll see you guys.
Yeah. Oh, George, relax you. Go back.
I think George likes you, but he's avoiding you all at the same time.
Yeah, see?
How astute.
There's a reason?
Nothing worth going into.
Well,
It's
the
a
fact that
thing
they
of the
work together.
past.
The fact that they're both working together and he's our boss.
Okay. He did ask me out when I first came to town. I was still in high school.
Oh.
But I never really considered him my type. And there's the age gap thing, too. I respect him, of course. I wouldn't have taken this job otherwise.
Alright, creepy guy over there is next to us, the guy with the eyebrow.
So, did you move to this town alone?
Of course not. I came with my parents.
Oh.
Tell me about them then.
Sure, why not? My dad dealt in stocks in New York. He was hardly at home when I was a kid, always working.
Why did he move to this town?
Those pieces of paper were far more important to him than I was. Which is no different now, really. I don't see much of him. My mother? Totally different story. A wonderful person that I still respect. She was always kind and understanding. Not only that, but she would always help me find my way. She could be fierce, too, scolding me if I took a wrong step. We had our battles, sure, but all in all, she was a wonderful mother.
They still
Past
live in
tense?
town?
Yeah, she's
okay.
gone now. Cancer, just before I graduated high school.
Oh.
She gave this to me just before she died. I take it with me wherever I go. It's what I treasure most.
What is it? Oh, that's pretty.
I'm sure she's very proud of you.
I didn't like that guy that was drinking next to us, the guy with the sunken eyeballs there. The black rings around his eyes. Look really creepy. Biscuit baked by Thomas. Okay, root beer. Galaxy of...
I had a good time tonight. Good night,
Oh,
See you tomorrow.
York.
Yes.
Yes.
Starting to actually talk like them too now. God.
Please, don't lie to us, okay?
I won't. Don't worry. I won't.
Well, he's not the lying type. He'll just say it right to your face. Well, that's a pretty dress. And the clip on the back of her hair, there was like a chopstick. Looked really pretty. Okay. What are we doing? We're going back to the, oh well, what time is it? It's 11:30, so... you know what? I guess we'll just head back to the hotel and, those dogs sound like they're choking to death. Yeah, you know what? I'll just, stop screwing around. I'll just go straight back to the motel. The inn or whatever it is, and I'll, just in case. The game's getting glitchy enough on me now that I'm sure to hit the, save whenever possible. Okay, we'll head back to the, in place, get our breakfast, our coffee, and, go to sleep. Let's look at the map. Sorry. No. What? Right there. Okay, Great Deer Hotel Yard. Well, yeah, that's where I'm going, so... Oh, great. Straight south of us? Alright. That's what we'll do. We need gas, apparently. Okay, and we'll just head straight south, and that's it. Oh God, I got some free gas.
Zach, if you notice anything, just stop me.
Okay. Oh, damn, the car stopped real fast. Wow, there seems to be a lot more pickup to the car and a lot more, it's like slows down faster too. Is this a different car, or is this another side effect of the Windows 98 nonsense? Whatever. You just have to keep on. What you do is the trick to driving is just keep depressing every once in a while. You know. But don't hold your finger down. Just don't totally hold the acceleration down. You have to pump it, you know. Just every couple times, press it. You know, every couple seconds, press it, like that. You keep going at a sort of semi-consistent rate. Enough like that you control the car.
Zach, let's go over our progress.
Okay. Oh, this is good. I like
From what
this.
Olivia told us, and the sketchbook we found at Becky's house,
Yeah.
Nick and Diane became our primary suspects.
Yeah.
There were a couple of reasons for this. First, Becky gave the missing locket to Diane.
Yeah.
Also, Nick has no alibi for when Anna and Becky were killed.
Yeah.
We followed Nick to the art gallery, which led us, unfortunately, to our third victim. The third victim, Diane, was strung up in the entrance hall of the art gallery. Her hands were tied and a knife was sticking out of her chest. However, there was a marked difference from the previous crimes.
Yeah.
Do you remember what that was, Zach?
Yeah. She wasn't dead. She wasn't dead yet. Here's her. It was right after the crime. No, there was no murder.
That's right. Diane was still alive.
Yeah.
This suggests that very little time had passed since the crime was committed,
Yes. Yeah, exactly.
which means the criminal was still close by. It was someone near the scene. There are two possible candidates. Nick, who was knocked out in the entrance, and one other.
Who?
Zach, who was the other person in the gallery?
Kazan? But he,
That's right. Kaysen.
Well,
We followed Willie, good dog, all the way to him. Kaysen's statement came out as follows. He and Diane were in a physical relationship. That was why he visited the gallery.
okay.
The two were in the middle of such a meeting when Nick showed up. Diane lost her cool and shut Kaysen up in the basement.
Okay.
Now, what did Kaysen hear when he was locked up?
You had footsteps. Now, who says maybe, people were, maybe there's two people had something to do with it. Maybe him and Nick have, maybe it's him and Nick.
That's it.
Maybe it's two people.
The sound of boots passing by. Nick was wearing boots that day, which means it was likely that Diane met with Nick in her room. Nick said he argued verbally with Diane about her playing around with men, but they eventually decided to go out drinking to make up. However, immediately after that, Nick was attacked by someone in the entrance hall and knocked unconscious.
That's what he says.
We saw the rest.
Zach, do you think that Nick is our serial killer?
No. No, not really.
Me too. Usha sent in a report too. He found a large volume of red seeds in Diane's stomach.
Yeah. Oh, so.
This confirms her as a victim of the Raincoat Killer.
Yeah.
Remaining leads. There is the locket, which is in Carol's possession,
Yep.
the man with the tattooed back, and the upside-down peace sign.
Yep.
There's a lot left to answer. I hope the coffee will give us more guidance tomorrow.
Oh, God. I hope so, too. I'm actually starting to rely on the coffee.
Zach, what did you think about George pouring his heart out? I was surprised. It's the end of a monarchy.
I thought it was very nice of
And he
him,
called me
actually, too.
York instead of Agent Morgan.
Yeah, he did. Oh. Somebody knocking at a door. Look through the people first. Who it is? Oh, it's Emily.
Emily? What's going on? Do you know what time it is?
I'm sorry. I couldn't sleep, so I was drinking alone.
Not a good idea.
My mother was a very kind woman. She always smiled so brightly. Baked cakes and cookies every day. She'd say that I needed the sugar because I spent so much time thinking. My father was always quiet. We never talked much. He was a federal agent, just like me,
Oh,
and he was hardly ever at home. The only words he ever had for me were harsh ones. I had a vivid imagination, and I remember he once said this to me. There are plenty of crazy things in this world. You don't have to go dreaming them up. And it's my job to make sense out of them. One day you'll understand what I'm saying. I found out later that my father was one of the first to ever use criminal profiling to catch bad guys. And so now I'm doing exactly the same job that he did. Like father, like son.
Can I ask you something?
Shoot.
Zach?
Mind if it's something personal?
Oh,
Fire
Zach?
away.
Who's Zach?
Yeah.
Zach is a friend of mine.
Oh, so you do have friends.
Yeah, he's my only friend.
Oh, okay.
What kind of person is he then?
Well, you said he, so
Well,
what if...
I've never seen his face, but he's always with me, and we discuss everything.
When did you become friends?
A long time ago. Back when I was a child.
So it's not us. So Zach is the imaginary friend he used to have. Oh, what's going on? Who's that guy with the gun? Somebody shot his
I was
mama?
7. I woke up one morning to hear my mother crying in the living room.
Yeah.
This wasn't normal, so I headed in to see her. My father was there pointing a gun at my mother. I was so scared. I closed my eyes, so I don't remember much more. But I do remember the words my father said to me. At times we must purge things from this world because they should not exist, even if it means losing someone that you love.
Wait, so his father killed his mother?
When I came back to my senses, they were both dead.
Oh, wow.
He shot my mother and then killed himself.
Oh,
Wow.
I'm so sorry.
Don't worry about it. Zach's with me. It was around that time that we became friends.
Oh.
I'm here. I'm with you, he said. I'll be here always. We can get through this together.
Oh.
Quite aside from that terrible scene in front of me, that voice seemed to make me calmer. And here we are, working together, getting through things.
This is the first time I've ever told anyone about this. I wonder if Zach will get angry.
That's a sad story. But I don't want you to take this the wrong way, but
How did he become an FBI agent?
I'm sure there was a reason for what your father did.
What? Really? What reason could he...
I know. I think maybe I became an agent to find out why he did what he did.
Oh, oh yeah, York, I forgot to thank you.
Thank me? For what?
For...
You saved my life.
Oh.
If you didn't save me at the gallery, I would have died along with Diane.
No need to thank me for that. I'm pretty useless. I couldn't save Becky. I couldn't save Diane.
What did you just say? Useless? I was never expecting to hear you say that. Huh. There might be a modest guy in you after all.
Finally, you noticed? You're a little slow, aren't you?
Maybe hopeless, but not useless.
Oh, I see this getting picked up a lot.
Zach, do you think Emily got home safely?
Well, not what you all
Anyway, I think it's more serious of a situation than I thought. Do you remember our conversation with Emily? She's really interested in you.
Who, and Zach or
I
us?
think she's starting to have certain feelings for you.
If that's the case, Zach, you and I are rivals. This
Oh.
is a very serious situation indeed.
Oh, wait, so you like it too then, no? Because you said we're rivals.
Well, if it comes to that, let it be a fair fight. Agreed?
Yeah, okay. Wait a minute. Zach isn't us. Zach's the imaginary person in his brain.
Thomas! Thomas! Let me out of here! Come on, please!
Seriously? Do you think they're just gonna let you out?
Just for a moment.
You said please.
Hate it in here, Thomas. I think I'm going mad. I know you're there. Come on, please.
Oh, you sound a little crazy. Why don't you stay in there for a little
Thomas.
while?
Thomas.
Yeah. Why don't you stay in there for... Ooh, brown bullhead catfish. That was a different fish. Who's that woman? Oh, wait. Look, that's him. That's a symbol to... She knows who he is. She's seen him. She has a picture of him. So, and she was facing him, so she knows his face. So she does know who he is. Why is she protecting him? Okay, well, obviously he's a customer, and she's doing some kind of like bondage sex thing on the side, I guess, and now either he just does it with her, or she's getting people to pay for it, and he's a customer. I mean, it doesn't mean she doesn't want to do it on her own. She doesn't necessarily mean she's like she's charging. She's like a prostitute or something, but somehow they're hooking up together. And several of these women were hooking up with this guy. Apparently, yeah, there looked like there were, 3 women in that picture? So, one was her. I'm assuming the other 2 were Diane and Becky. So, yeah, Carol's next, man. Alright, well, it's getting up past 30 minutes. I'm going to save the file here, and let's see what we get. Let's wait for it to save. Okay, we didn't do too much, so we got $500. Okay, episode 2, part 2 cleared. Okay, I'm going to save this file here, since it's nice and saved for us. And I'm going to say thank you for watching, and as Bunny says, I'm glad you were here, and hope you enjoyed this. It explained a lot. I went to this episode actually revealed a lot. I'm surprised. It's certainly coming together a lot more. So, thank you for watching, and I'll be back soon, and I hope you join me. Goodbye.